When it comes to aging, obviously we have lots in our toolbox for treating the skin. So we've got our skincare, we've got our peels, we've got our microneedling, we've got our radio frequency, so lots of different things. But obviously that only treats the upper layers of the skin, so you've the epidermal layers. So aging, unfortunately, is a blessing that happens to everyone. So okay, it is definitely a blessing. However, we just want to age as nicely and feel as good about ourselves as we do. And aging is a multi-dimensional complex of the way it works, because it goes from, it's not just a case of the skin getting lined and wrinkly, it's all the underlying structures as well. So obviously as they start to sag, if you think of it, a really good analogy is like you've got your table, and then when you're in your nice 20s, 30s, it has a nice tight tablecloth on. Unfortunately, from the age of 30 upwards as well, you really start to notice that that table starts to get that little bit smaller. The tablecloth stays just the same, but it starts to sag. So that's exactly what happens. We have a lot going on underneath our actual skin. So this is where face comes in. So anyone, this is literally a stepping stone, taking it up from your standard facial treatments. It's a real in-betweener, stepping stone before a facelift. So you can get the results from as very similar to a facelift with our end tone. So a lot of our surgeons that have taken it on already are actually using this as their gateway. So they're pushing people away from the surgical route now and more down the natural route with this. The results have been insane. So it uses two technologies, which are HIFES
and radio frequency.
Radio frequency. So has anyone here ever had radio frequency before? RF? No? No? Okay.
I have.
Have you? Yeah. So RF, how did you find it? It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. It's a nice, warm, toasty feeling. It's lovely. And so radio frequency is the holy grail in the aesthetic arena for skin tightening. So nothing else compares to RF. It really holds its own. Obviously, we're going to have RF in here. So we are going to be treating the skin tissue. We're going to be triggering neocollagenesis. So that basically means that after your course of 4, for the next 90 days, your skin is just going to be flooded with beautiful baby bronze collagen. It's really, really nice. Okay. On top of that, you're going to get a lift. You're going to get a real nice rejuvenation. And a really nice glow as well. It's great for evening out the skin texture and tone. So with that, we also have HIFES. So HIFES, this is where it gets super, super exciting, because we are the first industry, like brand in the world, that can actually target the muscle of the face as well as treating the skin. So now we're going deep in underneath the underlying structures, and we're lifting, we're tightening, we're toning. So therefore, that table, we're going to make it stronger and a little, and better looking. So it's going to support everything.
And the owner of the business is making it all about her.
Please tell me that wasn't the champagne.
I just wiped the floor with champagne. This is how she cleans the house. With champagne on the floor, and then she mops around it. It makes a very good cleaner. I would definitely look at her tips.
Come on, house tips. Just ask it, come to us afterwards. So your HIFES, basically what that does is it's electromagnetic energy that goes into the muscle groups. So with this device, what's really important is it's very focused. So we're only targeting the elevator muscles. So your frontalis, so think brow lift, smoothing, and just retexturizing. So frown lines, legs 11, they're going to be softened and improved, and you're going to get a really nice lift. So a really nice lateral brow lift. Also the zygomaticus major minor with the vasorius muscles, which are all your smile lifting muscles. So think cheeks are lifted, contoured, marionette lines are improved, because we're going to get that nice lift around the oral finisher as well. Okay, so that's what we're targeting. Because of that lift, it's also then going to have a really positive effect on the overall jawline as well, because obviously by taking it up there, it's going to tighten and enhance the jawline too, as well as the RF, just to make it a little bit nicer as well. So, okay, so is there any questions so far? Apart from working myself. Yeah. Okay. Well, courses are just you only need 4 treatments, and they're taken 5 to 10 days apart. So really manageable. After that, when it comes to a maintenance, the longevity of this is incredible. So you're looking at maintenance. You won't need any other treatment from M-phase for at least 9 months. 9 to 12 months. It's very dependent, obviously, on the patient to patient.
And just a little bit of this is one thing that me and my mum struggled with when having this machine, is that we're not very patient as none of our clients. I'm looking at you, through my eye line. Can't say anything else.
Mentioning no names.
Mentioning no names. I'm not even looking at you for the rest of the talk. So we struggled with patients, and it was. Sorry, I'm getting over cold. I'm not bad. Yeah, I'm not contagious. Just let you all know. Get cold, it's not from me. But we struggled with patients because we were having treatments and we were seeing a difference in posture, we were seeing a difference in tone and the look of our skin, but you have to wait those 3 months after your last treatment to really see the results.
Yeah.
So if you're someone like who we're going to be treating, Holly, Holly is at that stage where she's got a great face, but she needs that little bit of a lift, but she still looks great. You wouldn't believe her age. Do you want to let us know your age, Holly?
38, going to be 39 next month.
So Holly looks good for her age and she's had nothing done. So she's looking good, so the results are going to be quite quick. It's going to put that muscle back in, it's going to make the skin look a lot better, but we're not all Holly. So we're all going to need to have patience. So we're all going to need to have that time where we have 4 treatments, we wait that 3 months and then we see the results. So it does require a bit of patience, but it is a quality treatment that we are willing to commit to, and we are willing to commit that patience as well, which was hard enough for me and Mum, so we get it.
You guys can do it, yeah.
Anyone can do it, and anyone can.
What our clinical data is showing us though is that most of our patients are delighted with their results 1 month post completion of the course, and obviously you've still got another 2 months of all the beautiful baby born collagen still working its magic to come out. So really nice. It is a great alternative to patients that don't want to go down the surgery or injectable route, or it works really nicely alongside injectables as well. So it's just wonderful. You can really like combine. So, and what it does mean is if you're not sure, or with your injectables, you could then actually you could enhance that later as well. So you wouldn't need as much either. So it makes it it's all about keeping things really natural. Okay, so the key difference with this, does anyone remember the good old like slender toes? Yeah. So this is nothing like that, you'll be pleased to know. So with the with the traditional devices that we have like in the industry, it causes muscle twitches. Okay. This causes it's so intelligent how it works. The HIFES goes into the muscle, so it's very focused, it knows exactly which muscle it wants. And then it rapidly tickles all of the motor neurons within that specific muscle. So for example, zygomaticus, it will tickle all of the motor neurons just in the zygomaticus, and what that does is it causes the muscle to contract. And the contractions that we cause with this are super maximal, which means that naturally we can only use our motor neuron potential to about 30-40%. With this, we're going to be taking up to 100%, which is why we're able to get such incredible results. So really nice. So yeah. And okay. So shall we? Would like to see it in action? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is just start by popping this head on it.
And then you'll like the topper. Pink or chopping?
Nice one. Okay, so as you can see with Holly, when you lie down, your face the skin drops to here, so we all look better when we lie down generally. Not that Holly look bad when she like sleeps. Anyway, honestly, model is the word for Holly. Anyway, so we've all established Holly looks good, so I'll stop saying that. But she is one of my friends.
Can I just say though, as you do get older and obviously late 30s, you do know, I can feel, So with pictures, and I teach on Zoom a lot.
Oh,
so I'm constantly looking at myself, and you can just notice that gravity comes with age, and it goes down and everything. So, I'm a fitness instructor, so everything we can work out, our bodies, and it's amazing with your other device. But with our face, there's nothing. So this will be great.
Absolutely.
There's nothing.
Yeah. So basically, it's like the workout for the face. It's like
taking the face to the gym.
This is literally like weight training for the face.
So the main things that I'm really noticing on Holly, which is the 11s, around the eyes here, and just around the mouth area. So what we're aiming to want to do is kind of get this lift up here. So when you lift from the top, you get that lift at the bottom. So if you lift here, you get that lift a little bit lower down, and then the same here, and you lift lower down.
Do you mind sitting up for a second?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And what I can actually do is I can show you, because obviously we can let gravity do its magic. So, okay, so we know obviously Holly's got a beautiful bone structure. So, but as we age, we get that, basically the muscles, they lose their laxity just in stops, just like okay. So and then that has a domino effect on the main bone structures as well. So that's when as they're not as supportive anymore, then that means your fat cells get disrupted, so they start the fat plates begin to separate, the ligaments begin to loosen, so now it's getting a bit more lax, and then you'll notice the droopiness, you'll notice the downward on your marionettes, deep nasolabial lines, and the dreaded jowls as well. So by re-educating the zygomaticus major and minor on Holly, as well as the visorius, which is your smile muscle, so by shortening and creating more tone there, by lifting that up, you can see instantly the rejuvenation that we're going to be able to achieve. Then and the effect as well that it's going to have on nasolabial and any marionette, as well as obviously the nice definition on the jawline. That's just with the HIFES though. Obviously we've teamed this up with radio frequency as well. So on top of that, we are going to get added tightening and collagen production as well, which is really going to stimulate collagen production, which naturally depletes from the age of 20. With the stats with your face is an average, so after 4 treatments, you can expect a 37% reduction in lines and wrinkles, 23% lift, and a 30% increase in muscle tone. So literally, it is on par to a surgical procedure with this. The only way you would ever be able to have such a positive effect on the underlying structures would be surgery. So it's incredible, really, really nice.
So many great needles.
Oh, amazing. So again, we're going to treat the frontalis. So again, anyone that has toxin, be really familiar with this area for the brow lift and just the general smoothing of the forehead. So we're going to have Holly's got a beautiful smooth forehead anyway. So, but what we find with this, you're going to get nice actual brow lift as well. So it's great for hooded eyes. It's a great gateway again, not just for basic, but for upper left surgical treatments as well. So really, really nice. It's always best to kind of intervene in the most natural way until you get to that clinical endpoint, and then if you did ever decide that you wanted to go down that surgery route or etc., then that's absolutely fine, but it will be minimal. It will be minimal. And okay. So right. What we need to do is pop have we got a grounding pad? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to pop a grounding pad on Holly, because what we work with is monopolar radio frequency, which probably means absolutely nothing. So what that means though is it's a really controlled, a really deep radio frequency. So we're able to really control the depth of the RF energy. So we are able to make sure that it gets as deep as we need it to tickle all the fibroblast cells, to stimulate them all, wake them all up and get them producing that collagen. But also we're making sure that it's not, we're able to control it so it doesn't have any effect on the subcutaneous fat, because that's the one area on your face that you don't want any fat loss. Okay. So we create a direct current as part of the procedure. So I'm just going to pop this on Holly. So we're going to need to pop this just underneath.
You've got a stop on top.
Yeah, I got another cup. Yeah, I brought like a nice cup and then I thought, well, it's like can't be closed.
So this is a ground pad, so we apply this to the back on the upper right hand side.
Can we take the whole of it?
Is that easier? Or even just with your tissue, so I can go underneath that. That's fine. Generally, you won't be punching anyone.
I'll turn around.
That's why she's a good model. She doesn't care.
So if we look at the right arm, because I need to put this on there. Yeah. Sorry, honey, this is going to get cold. Oh, wait a minute, I've stuck it to the top. Thank you. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, let's get you right Yeah, the bra will help. Okay.
So do you all remember when you were in school? Oh, well, this is what happened when I was in school. I don't know what happened when you were in school. But when you had to like connect the current together, and you had to put the battery next to it, and then it would connect and then light up a bulb. That's basically what we're using, where you're connecting the current. So that's why we're putting it on the back, because without that it wouldn't work. So.
It enables us to work with radio, take our radio frequency much deeper, but being complete control of the energy as well. So it's doing exactly what we want it to do, and nothing that we don't want it to do. Okay, so when treating the face, we have 3 applicators, which we're treating the forehead and the cheeks. Okay. So this is what the applicators look like. On the back, you can see the electrodes. Okay. So what we're going to do is just reassess the area to make sure. That's lovely. Okay, and then we're going to pop that right over any Max 11s and pop that over there.
Oh yeah, put them on the 11.
So whilst obviously we've got the pad there, with the RF energy, like I was saying earlier, the HIFES, in return for it enabling it to do the nicer contractions even more effectively, in return it kind of says thank you to the RF by spreading it out that little bit more. So the RF will, the volumetric heat will actually target the whole of the upper frontalis. Okay, and then we're going to connect. And then when we connect, it should go green. And there's Holly's been
You okay, Holly?
Oh, good in the head. No, I'm intrigued. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay. So what's really important for anyone that has these treatments is hydration, guys. And you can't, in the RF, you can't get away from it. So if you've had a heavy weekend on the kids, then you need to drink lots of water before your treatment. It will not only will it help the RF conduct better, but it will feel nice for you as well.
Yeah, I had
champagne.
and I actually had a heavy weekend when you did me. And I was like, because I wanted to feel it and I needed to feel it, and it does work quite well on any age, but it was quite intense, so they couldn't put it too high because I'd had a heavy weekend. So I felt it a lot, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
I think you might have
The noise coming from the room was hilarious. You were giggling a
I don't
lot.
have bad pain threshold.
No.
I have my eyeliner tattooed. I'm not, but it is very deep. It is very medical.
But you were mainly giggling, weren't you, to be fair?
Yeah. Basically, they don't give me a lot of attention, so I just need attention. They take this the same.
I'm not used to it.
I've had it twice. Go into that and come here.
I'm feeling good. I'm like, yeah, pretty good.
You mean quicker? It's a more skin will go.
Yeah, well, that muscles all getting worked out tremendously. They just sit at the interface. It certainly looks very achievable.
Yes.
Although I'd like to get some videos of this as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so
Okay, guys.
Daniela, sorry, she listens to Daniela in
I'll tag you guys in this anyway.
Can you shut the door because it's a bit loud? Okay, so first of all, we're going to get to the top of the radio frequency.
So yeah, so what we'll do, we just press that because it's going to...
The hush of the room.
Okay, so the treatments are only 20 minutes long, so super quick. Okay, and what we do is we start with the radio frequency first, and we take that all the way up to 100%. So what you should start feeling in a few seconds, Holly, is a nice warming to the skin. So it actually heats up to 42 degrees. So yeah.
And this is the nice part.
This is
This is what allows you to handle the next bit.
We're now going to introduce the HIFES. So how it works is the contractions will start on the forehead.
Yep.
So we have 2 contractions on the forehead, they're about a second long. Within that contraction is thousands of micro contractions as well. So there's a lot going on underneath. But you'll visibly be able to see the contractions on the forehead. Two on the forehead, and then forehead and cheeks, and then just cheeks only, and then you get about a couple of seconds pause, and then it repeats that 125 times. So you get a really good workout. Can you feel anything, Holly?
It's a beautiful, I feel like I'm in the sunshine, I'm in Hawaii, ready for my cocktail on the side.
There are worse
it feels
ways
really
to get
nice.
your cheeks.
Yeah, it feels really like warm, it feels really lovely. I feel like there's a slight little tingle, but not too much.
You can tend to, we need to be really around the 40% before we can start to actually see
Oh, now I can feel a contraction.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's still comfortable, isn't it, Holly?
Yeah.
Like I said to you, it just feels like someone's just slightly going like that on your forehead.
Yeah, it's not painful.
Not
It's
at all.
painful, and we do take the intensity up nice and steady, so you are always in control. If at any point you think, oh, actually it's a bit tickly, we just leave it at that, and within a few seconds you actually get used to it, and then we can continue. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So what
working.
we're looking for now is
You won't be
so we
able
can
to
actually
see
start
it,
to
but
see some contractions
yeah.
now.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, so you can see the corners of Holly's mouth are just starting to go, but they will get a lot more fun than this, don't worry.
Especially if I was on the bed.
Yeah.
We'd all be laughing.
What I love about this as well, what's really intelligent, is that you can actually treat the areas independently as well. So anyone concerned with the symmetry, because obviously none of us are perfectly symmetrical, so we can actually work to really improve the symmetry on the face as well. So that works really nice, and it also means that say if there's a particular area that's maybe a little bit spicier than the other areas, we can keep that on the energy that it is, and without compromising the overall face. We can continue to increase.
And people who have had strokes can, take advantage of having this treatment, can't they?
So
Pending.
it would be dependent. It would be dependent. Like, what we are doing at the moment is lots of really some incredible clinical trials with Bell's palsy and facial paralysis. So we've got some of our key surgeons in London that are actually completing their trials now, so that's all going to be presented when we launch, and so far the results have been amazing.
Yep.
So really good. It's also great for Botox as well. If you've had Botox and anyone's that's been lucky enough to have that droop, it's really good for kind of easing that as well.
It's really good as well, like even if you haven't got any drastic differences in the face, if you have like one muscle that's stronger than the other, you can so like you sleep on one side or you sleep on the other or whatever, you can actually lift one. Like,
not
I
necessarily
feel my eyes was move as
so you
well.
can make sure they even.
I see it a little bit.
Yeah.
Eyebrows are moving.
And like now.
They'll
Yeah.
just say, is it
Yeah, that's it. That's yeah.
Don't worry, that's normal, Holly. Don't worry, that means it's working.
low one or high one, so we'll make it
It's
even
like
higher.
when you thread like a needle and it's like a
your eyes are
almost
going.
like a pull.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see it now.
Is it manageable for you?
Yeah, no, it's manageable.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you open your eyes, Holly? Yeah, probably better if you keep your eyes open.
Yeah, because it's.
Yeah, also get some good contractions now. So just take a look, it takes a bit to build up the
Yeah.
intensity, and then obviously the whole muscle.
It probably took me about 5 minutes to get used to it, wasn't it, Ind, when I had it done? I was a bit like, whoa, oh,
You have to like an
oh,
animal.
oh, it's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's no pain. It's like literally like.
It makes you want to laugh. Yeah.
So it's so unusual.
Miss Smiley,
because
anyway.
You're literally you're contracting and you have no control over it.
It is. I feel like a little hamster.
You look super cute.
It's alright, I won't get you on a treadmill in a minute.
Yeah, so you can actually see that. Is the right side going more than the left?
A little bit, yeah.
Which is good because there was more of a drop on the right
Yeah,
side.
that's fine. That's fine.
I saw it then.
Yeah. You will find as well one side will be slightly more engaged than the other. That's completely normal as well.
That's just because our muscles are stronger on one side than the other.
Yeah, we're
So
always more dominant on
yeah,
one side.
yeah.
There's no pain. It might look horrific, but there's no pain.
Yeah, so she's 100% on both. But
Yeah, there's no pain. It feels nice.
yeah, if you want to, if anyone wants to come closer,
And you can
if you
actually
look,
see
you
the
can actually see her eyes closing on their own. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. This is all contraction. There's no pain though. It feels nice. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really satisfying.
Oh my
God.
Now I see. It's the
Considering she's got to 100 without screaming, I was screaming.
Yeah.
But that's because I had a heavy.
It
I had a heavy
feels
night.
lovely.
My muscles are quite strong, but it's not.
Get ready.
The higher it was, the
No, you've done really well. Honestly.
I kept track like loads of things and I told them how
Take a video. I want to see what it looks like. Is it hilarious?
Everybody else out.
it's running really
The children.
well.
Then get liver to go up and down.
Fun, right?
Okay.
It's amazing how you're right. Like there's no like you see the contractions. It's like full on.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's it, it's very different. It's like the strength tones and stuff like, you know, that people who are like more familiar with, they're twitches, they call them twitches. These are actual contractions for the whole of the muscles. So, yeah, it's amazing.
This is just
that's from the top of the head.
Oh, it feels really,
Oh, it's like
it feels like, you know that, you know them little gadgets, the metal gadgets that you put on your head and it spreads out. Oh,
yes,
it feels
look.
amazing. Yeah, it's, oh, I love that.
is it? Yeah. Do another one.
this one just
Can you ask Liva to do the same? Can you ask Dad to do the same? Yeah. Pink or champagne?
So what's happening with the heat under the MRI?
So seeing your sister having this, is it making you want it?
Yeah. Find that type of thing I've ever done. No, nothing in my neck. Nothing. I feel it all, yeah. Underneath here.
So you're not allowed to put any metal on. I've got hair extensions.
No, that's okay.
Oh, that's alright.
It's only if you have like a metal implant in your mouth.
Yeah, like tooth implants, that sort of thing.
I'm not taking
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not naturally straight though.
When it's coming next. You sussed it out, I'd be like, right now.
To be honest, I don't really, yeah. Think about it. It's kind of like. makes me want to laugh.
You're explaining like unnatural.
But it, yeah, but it's not. It's, I think it really like.
Of course, I'm on the bus.
Yeah.
It's like therapy. It feels therapeutic. Yeah.
I love that hair.
Yours is just by that. Would you like a drink?
No, I'm okay, thank you. I'm all good. Yeah, I've got to drive as well. So.
Where are you driving to?
A hotel, about 15 minutes away, but still.
Oh, I would have taken an Uber. Much easier. And cheaper, probably.
Majority of our patients are absolutely delighted and
Well, a month after practice. So you won't notice anything until you go.
You get loads of good questions.
straight away. Some people are taking like a long test on. There's no point. That's why we can't say because we could do say if we do a treatment on yourself and so you can maybe see your treatment right and result straight away and then you might not see the result right but no, everyone responds differently. Yeah, some people respond really good things, some people respond and that's why I just have to be mindful just quote people telling us straight away amazing as good right as the technology is, it works that way. So it's more of a just like a natural like
It will help the neck a lot. If you've got like loose skin under here, it will lift you an awful lot. Down here. So for that I did more at the moment our Exilis machine. So we have a different machine to target that isolating that. I would have this treatment and I would see where I'm at because you might actually find that, yeah, you'll get an amazing lift and that could actually make you really happy and make you see what you want to do next. Yeah.
Because I'd mix it with our laser, our clear lift laser, as well as that, so that it improves my skin texture as well as my dark circles and then the rest of it.
Exactly.
So
That's
many
it.
combinations you can do.
Absolutely.
I knew one of you were saying family members, yeah.
So that's the clinic that she's based on and so that's incredible. So and that's no fillers, no toxins.
So that's after the 4 treatments.
Yeah. So this was actually after the second session. So like I said, some people can respond super quick. Have you seen that?
Yes, but that looks incredible, no?
That's just 2 treatments, so that's aesthetic for you. That's
Just 2 treatments?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
So yeah. They get electrolytes and all the gels. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You get great results with that. The problem is it's not actually addressing the exact issue. So what this is making the muscle using on the
If you have any questions, ladies, please feel free to ask, okay? So you need it 4 sessions, 1 every week. Yeah, and it can take up to 3 months to get the results. But it's fantastic, it's a breakthrough technology. Yeah, you have to have 1 every week. And it can take up to 3 months for the full results to show. Yeah, but it's really good, really good. What's that? I don't know. How long does the results last?
It just varies by patient to patient. But we're seeing average of anything between 2.
Yeah. Can't stop aging, can you? You can prevent it and slow it down.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, what are like our surgeons like Ali? He's 12 to 18 months, let's say, isn't he? Because he
We've got 1 year data on it as well, from one of our surgeons in New York, which shows actually that 1 year later, you've still got improvement from the original course that you had. So it's significant. Yeah, it's long lasting.
really get clinical treatment with it at least improving the density of the muscle. So we're fitting it up, so it's going to take a lot longer for that to
And the one thing that I would say is, imagine once you've improved that structure and improved those skin tissues after your course, then you can to maintain that and improve it just by doing other things as well. Obviously, just simply keeping hydrated, good skincare routine, and then we'll top up to that once every 3 to 6 months. You can continue that process. But you could.
I'm not sure what they've done.
But it's some sort of special offer today.
Special offer today, so
Yeah,
you do.
we
I guess you
do.
know.
So the special offer that we're doing today is for the 4 treatments, it costs $1,725. If you have a second area done, we'll take 30% off of the full price because the full price is going to be £2,000. So I think it worked at about 1,400 for the second area if you have a second area done.
No,
Yeah, it's really good. Hoping we'll have it extended until the end of the month, the price, but we'll confirm that all for you. But yeah, that's a good price, the 1,725.
That's it.
How's it going?
That's good, it's good.
Why is it the one eye, not the other?
They do go too. They are.
Are they together?
I mean, what I would do on, like, you know,
Should we take Gabriel over to the next machine and start the mount?
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Because then people can come over and talk to you if they want.
Alright, let's go.
I know, fly.
so yeah, so the reason I know she's hard this
Nice to see you, Rob. I'll just hear you.
Lovely to meet you.
Cheers, and you.
You've got the edge.
Okay.
Do you want?
Yeah, that's cool. We can do the edging. That's fine. Yeah. So.
I know.
Okay, guys. So we're now going to be talking about the body machine. I'm sorry, I'm shouting. It's just what I'm good at.
Okay, good.
Anyone?
Okay, I need to get to the side somewhere out the way.
Okay, so thank you very much. Right, okay, if you want to make your way over here, have we left Holly up there? Holly is being very well supervised.
She's been taken out now and having a face transfer.
Okay, so we've got the body machine. If you can all try and gather round, shall I get rid of this out of the way because I kind of know how this works. Joe, can you help us? If you put your hand in here, pull it away. Put it over by the desk. I don't know, but
Joe, you need the M Sculpt on your biceps.
windows.
If this was Beauty and the Beast, it'd walk itself.
Okay. Yeah, just do no.
Of course. Haven't you got to say hello yet, Anna? Are you okay? Yes. Good.
Okay, so we've got
It's okay, but any time between us, and we can do some other demonstrations later. It doesn't matter.
So we've got our lovely model Andy. Can everyone see Andy?
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy!
So basically we're going to be using one of the hand pieces that is probably one of our most revolutionary hand pieces because it can do the edge. So I've had the edge. We can't put it near the spine, but it works really, really well on those love handles. But it also helps work the surrounding muscle, which is mainly in the middle as well. So it does a bit of everything. So we're going to be working that on Andy, which is going to be working both sides. And it's probably the trickiest one, so it's the best one to see.
It is.
So we're going to hand over now to Gabriel to explain the machine.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Gabriel, and I'm from Beauty and Aesthetics. We're the manufacturer of the Sculpt Neo. And like the M face, what we're doing with this technology is inducing a contraction that your body can't naturally do, coupling it with radio frequency technology at the same time. This machine is special because it's enabling your body to do things that you couldn't do yourself in the gym or any other way. But if you combine that with anything else, you can, or even by itself, you can get amazing results. The edge applicators that we're going to be using this evening are our latest addition, and they're actually covering another 50% bigger spot size than the other applicators. So it's quite special because you can target all of the...
we're the only one in Wales to have this.
And you are, of course, the only ones in Wales to have the flank applicators at the same time. They're covering a 50% bigger spot size than your regular ones, and you're targeting the whole of the flank area plus isolating the oblique muscles. With this machine, I'll tell you a bit about the background of it and what it does. Obviously in the past you've seen different machines that talk about, they do muscle contraction, you know, EMS technologies, which as a company we've manufactured in the past. With this we found something really special, because rather than anything else, what you're doing with this technology, like you do with the face, is you're targeting the motor neurons of the muscle directly and inducing a supramaximal contraction, where that contraction is being held for as long as possible and longer than what you can achieve yourself naturally. Coupled with RF, you're achieving drastic muscle hypertrophy and lots of fat breakdown at the same time. We can do 10 different body areas, so there's something in it for everybody, and I think if you can treat your whole body as well, you can achieve something extremely special. I mean, first of all, I guess you guys probably have loads of questions, which I would love to hear, and I'll tell you about the different body areas you can treat. So you can treat your biceps, your triceps, your abdomen, your flanks, your glutes, the front of thighs, back of thighs, inner thighs, outer thighs, and calves. So many different body areas, and whether you go to the gym or whether you don't, it's still something amazing. You know, whether or not you're looking to achieve something special for a holiday or for a special event, or whether or not you're just trying to, use this as part of a healthy lifestyle throughout the whole year, it's something extraordinary. I think what we'll do is get started with the treatment as well, so that we can see how it works. So if you could lie on the bed for us.
Gabriel.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Do you want some alcohol wipes?
Alcohol wipes? Yes, we could. That would be helpful. Yes.
Danny, can you pass
Yes,
me an
definitely.
alcohol
Yeah.
wipe in
Can you
that
pull that
box?
up and remove your belt at the same time? Yes.
Do you need more than one? I can get more, but
One of
I've got
them.
one. Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions about this machine? Everyone's.
So the science is pretty much the same. The science is pretty much the same, and it's like other machines, but what I found with this, I don't know what Gabriel's really said, I'm sorry, I was listening, I want to listen to you. But I was far away over there. So what this helped me with the edge and the front is that my posture in the gym, so when I was actually in the gym doing workouts, I wasn't aching in a bad way, I was aching in a good way, and I was targeting the actual muscle groups that I needed to target because my posture was better. I wasn't needing, if I forget to breathe in, because we always do when we're focusing on trying to get through that exercise, you forget to breathe in and you forget your posture. With this really helped my posture and I didn't have to think about it. So even just after one, it's really good if you're someone who goes to the gym or doesn't, it's a really good help. So it does all that as well.
Okay, good.
Come on in, ladies. Come join us. No worries. We've just no, not a problem. That's okay. Sorry, Lila.
Okay, so you can
Okay, so we're just placing it on.
Maybe look through my phone. Pretty much getting a window.
With this treatment, you can see drastic fat reduction and muscle building. We can tailor make the treatment to you. So if you're somebody who is already quite lean, we can tailor make that and focus more on the muscle side of things by inputting less weight and frequency. But if not, we can break down an average of 30% fat and build an average of 25% muscle in just 4 sessions. So you start to feel some heat, and if you put the HIFEM up on both, you're going to start to feel the muscle contractions. This technology is used in a lot of rehabilitation and with sportsmen as well. Because as much as it's good at making you look aesthetically good, you know, toned, and it also makes you stronger, improves your core strength, speeds your metabolism, can help with injuries, and also maybe also can help you not getting injuries or injured as often because of the fact that you're inducing such a large contraction in an isolated area. If you're out of you know, let's say you play a sport and you say you injure yourself and you can't train for like 6 to 12 months, this can help keep your muscles strong while you can't exercise, you know, like you were previously. As we age, we lose muscle mass, and as you get older, it can be hard to exercise like you did when you were younger. So this can help you keep that muscle mass when you're older, when it's harder to train like you did before. And it's loads of fun as well, right?
Yeah.
So you can feel it.
Can you feel the sides and can you also feel the middle?
I feel the sides, yeah, and I can feel it. Probably enough that you can see it.
The most important thing is, can you feel it when it does contract?
Yeah.
Can you feel that capturing your oblique muscles, so your flank side muscles? Not yet, because this isn't tapping. So
Yeah.
to tell you what's happening here, actually, it's quite special. With this little tapping bit that's happening, we're actually sending blood to the area, which means that it's releasing oxygen in the area. Which means that, you know, when you go to the gym and the next day you feel like sometimes you can't move, it feels really painful. That's delayed onset of muscle soreness. You won't get that with this. So you won't get any kind of downtime because we're making sure the blood's in the area constantly.
No.
And this, it's on 50%, 60%.
Get muscles.
Getting more. That's what we want.
So as well with this one, what's really good is that you've got the muscle contractions happening at the front, but on the back you've got the radio frequency. So that looseness of skin, that kind of bit that you can grab, which I'm starting to grab now. I'm not going to talk about my age, but I'm obviously getting older because it's getting looser. So the back, as a woman where the bra is, that kind of thing, it does help with all of that and smoothing it out, just getting the radio frequency to fan out in that area. Is that right?
That's correct,
That's
right.
what helped with me.
And the fat breakdown is drastic. So if any of you guys got any holidays for the summer and you want to a bit more tones and get rid of those pockets of fat, this is the way to go. It's going to be like, let's say, the equivalent of a year and a half of great exercise and a good diet on that muscle and that body area. So you can imagine that level of commitment. So getting this in 4 weeks, 12 weeks later you've got the final result. If you've got any holidays coming up, I would recommend it. And here we go.
This is the first main contraction.
So can you feel that in your obliques? Yeah? Good, have a whiz over there. You're at 70% already, which is good.
So if you can see the middle bit here, you can see that moving naturally on its own.
This is also the world's leading bum, non-surgical bum lift, which is nice.
I couldn't find my phone. I disappeared when I got to 70.
How's it feeling? Good.
So you buy a forward them,
It works.
and you have them one every week. So just like the face as well. So
My brother has this one and the front one, both the boys in. I don't know where they are at the moment.
like that. But it can take up to 3
Joe, Alice.
to come through.
So they had this one, and my brother. You too.
Yeah.
Joe. They trialled it out for us. So my brother
They did.
was a gym buddy. You'll see him now.
There we go, boys.
So
Did you?
Alice goes to the gym, but not generally as much as Joe.
We
can
so
tell.
Joe,
Absolutely.
Joe, you said to me that as it got harder, you found it was easier. As it got higher, you found it got easier. You did, didn't you? But Joe couldn't take as much energy towards the end.
I
Because
would
he's
say, like, okay, so me and Ellis have different, obviously, body fat. Right. So he's so much skinnier than I am.
This is the entertainment.
Fitness regime.
Like for me, my physique is really important anyway. So to have this, like so the fat between my abs and the machine would be a lot smaller. So it is just, it's surprising how direct it is onto your abs and how much it works and how you can actually feel the contraction of your abs, and it is really good. But where Ellis could, if I go through the back,
I'm taller than you, mate.
so where I found that over the space of the half an hour, within 15 minutes, I could probably be up to 80 to 90%, maybe in the last 10 minutes, hit the 100, mainly because he's on 100 from about 20 minutes left. So he's easily going up, where for me, he's kind of a competition, it's working out, isn't it? But it's as I feel comfortable as well. Like, they're not pushing me any direction that I don't feel like I want to go at, if my body can take it. There's some times where, if I felt it too much, I would say, and they'll just put it back down, because it can be a lot. There's a lot of working out as well on your app. So, but it's a great machine, and for me, I really, really felt that. When after, you really feel the achievement that your body's done so much, but without the aftermath of the aching as well. There was no aching after it, so yeah, it was.
And what is good that Joe said is there is a lot of competition sometimes when you come with a friend, and there's two panels that are flat, so they sit right in the middle of the stomach. So with a friend, you can have it at a very discounted rate, because the two panels will work at the same time. So you can have two beds next to each other, and the boys actually were next to each other, and one was going higher than the other. But if it's a competition, we get that, and as a practitioner, we need to work with that. But we also need to not overwork the person. So it is a medical treatment. It was very fun, and we did enjoy it. It was family. But it's about knowing why someone can take it more and why someone can't. So when you reach your level, you reach your level. Does that make sense? So it's not about competing, but it is always fun to compete if you can deal with it.
For me as well, I had the 360 and I also had the one pad as well. When you're with someone with the single pad, it's so much nicer. You can talk, have a laugh, listen. Do you know what I mean? So you have that experience. Like, it was a different experience. When you have the 360, it's lovely and you are there. They have music going, which is really nice. You are directing that, but when you have the company, it is nice as well. So if you do have friends, like, it is nice to bring them because it's always nice to have a good laugh. I think our laughing with our abs going as well, that was like a different level.
I've got lots of bleepers.
Yeah,
if you really want to see them, let me know.
Exactly.
Oh, she's got bleepers for me now.
Alice, you can say
Oh, Alice, what would you like to add?
I lasted longer than Joe on 100.
And he's not lying.
No, but for real, so I used to have a six-pack. It was more of a skinny pack than a six-pack, to be honest with you. And then
skinny pack?
Skinny pack.
I like that.
Ribs. Yeah, but Christmas came and then I just got quite, you know, a bit of cuddly, do you know what I mean?
He moved in with my mum and dad and they both alone.
I enjoyed Christmas. And so I did the 360 first, which was a very intense feeling, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't uncomfortable or painful. It was quite a unique experience and something that sound there was like I was dreaming about it afterwards. But after I had the flat one, I actually noticed the line of my six-pack coming back, and then obviously waiting 24 hours after and then working out, I was doing more sit-ups, I was doing more crunches, and now I'm not as cuddly. So it does work, and that's I still got another month and a half before I see the full results anyway, so it's going to be good. And we did it before Tenerife as well, so like, it's very good. But no.
And you picked up all the ladies?
No. Michael Jackson, no.
No, just Nonna.
Yeah,
just Nonna.
Yeah.
Oh, fine, well thank you very much. I'll stop putting you on the spot.
Like you, can I go this way?
No, you can't. You have to go the other way. That's not the interconnecting room.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
When I was on the machine, not that it might matter or anything, but I found it. I'm not a joker, I'm being serious. So a few bubbles in, but when I had
She's
it,
even more funny when she's got bubbles.
She's funny anyway. I went on it and Sophie came in the room. She was like, "What are you girls doing?" And I'm like, "What?" And I'm plugged on the edge. It just like popping it up, and I'm just like, "Oh, I'm gonna start my shift in 15 minutes. My client's probably waiting for me." And I went straight into work, absolutely fine. I felt like after the first one, it was a bit of a jolt, but it made me like, I don't know, a bit postury. Like I could stand taller almost, and I could just roll into work really easily. So
what was a negative but also a positive is that there was a bit of downtime with both of our stomachs when we had it. Because
they don't want to know that. They don't want to know that.
I had a bad
Okay. But you need to know, it is a medical procedure. Yeah. What was great is that not only does it work on the muscle, not only does it work on the skin, but it works on helping your digestion. Oh. So it was a time where we had to, we didn't feel 100% because there was a lot of digestion that was going on with old fat that we had, and it was great. It was great. Alana, I can't see your face. Alana. So
I'm showing them my face. You can't even look.
So yeah, there was a lot of digestion, which was great because it was with this stomach treatment because it was getting rid of any of the old fat. But it wasn't shocking like as if you take those drinks and you have to sit by the toilet. It wasn't like that, but it was.
No, but you felt like you'd had a workout.
We did
really
feel like we'd had
an intensive one.
It was more than a normal gym workout.
Yeah, it was intensive.
It's like if you do too much of anything, it's bad for you. And at first, when I had this machine, we were a little bit trigger happy with it. India was putting it up, Dan was putting it up, Liva was probably there putting it up, and we didn't really know. And I was like, girls, oh my god, I felt a bit weird. And then we did it more sensibly, obviously.
So,
we can practice on ourselves.
Would you say it almost felt like as if you hadn't warmed up and then did a workout and you really ached afterwards?
And we would
So we
never
practice on it.
Yeah, we would never treat our clients like we treat each other.
I've never had such good. I told her like, because when I had it done, I didn't know what it was gonna do to me. But I had my periods coming up soon, and it contracted so much that I've never had a good flow in this.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't let there you go.
Thanks for that, Liba.
Oh, you're welcome.
She is our doctor, so she's not afraid of these things.
I'm gonna tell you everything about
So
it.
Liba
Honesty.
is our doctor. She knows about the science behind it, and she really does back this machine.
However, it breaks down the fat, it builds the muscle, and it definitely boosts the metabolism.
Yeah.
So,
And
Positive.
And we charge to see Alana. She's very funny.
Yeah, she's funny. There's an extra
comes with a bubble.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gone.
She does not drink up the dog. And you want to have it on both. Well done.
I'm gonna quickly do a.
Just has a few minutes to go. I think we should.
How's it feel, Andy?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, warm. That's what I like about it, the warmness.
You know, it's making it like a difference.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah. Amazing. And this is what the machine looks like.
And then you can all go for sorry, Andy.
Go, Andy, we'll leave you to enjoy your treatment. And we're going to join everybody else now to have a look.